guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make some beans. This is my beans. It's very clean. I soaked it inside cold water already and I've washed it. So get your beans and wash it. The next step, I'm going to get my pot. This is my pot that I will be cooking my beans in. It's relatively a large size pot, and I'll be putting my beans right inside. Okay, another option is for you to put the pot on the stove, but in my own case I've actually added hot water into the pot so my beans can start cooking immediately. I'm going to be sharing some tips also as I go along with you. The way you cook the beans, there's no one size fits all, just like any other recipe. In my own case, I cook my beans just the way my mother taught me, that I've been cooking beans like forever. So the next step for me now is to put my onions right inside. As you can see, it's a very large portion size of onion. This one is very good for aroma and is also good for taste. By the time the beans is soft, it will smell really nice and the whole place will be filled with the aroma of home cooked beans. I used 1/2 of this size. This is the remaining one, and I'm going to be popping my beans on the stove right now. Okay, let's do that. So that's my stove. Some people call it stove, some people call it cooker. I'll put my pot right there on my stove right now. So, and I'm going to cover it. Alright, so because I love my beans to have that natural flavor, so I'm going to be using 6 bell peppers for taste, for aroma, and for flavors. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my peppers. So for your beans to have that natural flavors, the best ingredients to use will be peppers, bell peppers like this, the red ones. That is my chili peppers right there. I have 2 of them in my hand, so I'll put that there, and I'm going to be going ahead to chop this, and I'll be right back. Okay, put my bell peppers in the blender and I'm going to be blending it. All right, so the peppers are all blended and we are going to go to the next stage. Okay, so every other thing I need is right there. I have my pepper right here. That's the pepper I was blending earlier on. Flavor, another thing I use in my beans is fish. I use this dried fish. This is the dried smoked catfish fillet, and I'm going to be pouring some boiled water inside to soften it. When my beans is almost cooked, I'm going to pour it inside. Okay, I'm going to put a pinch of salt. Salt will help me to soften it. I have my red oil. I'm going to be using this red oil in cooking the bell peppers. And finally, I have my knorr chicken cubes just for seasoning. I might end up using 1, and that's why it's important to use all natural ingredients like the pepper and a lot of onions. So the fish is right there. Once it softens, I'm going to shred it in bits because it's quite big. So I've actually poured a little bit of oil in the pan, and this is what it looks like right in the pan. To kind of gauge it, this is the spoon that I used, 1 full spoon like this. Let that fry for a little bit, and I'm going to be going ahead to pour my pepper inside. All right, the pepper goes right in the cooking oil right there, and I'll be cooking it till it's fried enough. All right, so guys, my beans is all cooked. This took about maybe 30-35, even more. So this is my beans. It's all mushy. I don't like it to be too thick, so I have a little bit of water inside. So I'm gonna have to shred my fish, so I'm going to be pouring it inside. Okay, that is an optional step. I just do that for all the natural flavors and taste. I'm going to leave that in there and let it simmer so the fish can be very soft and very tender, easy to bite, especially for the children. Once my stew finished cooking, that's the last step. I'm going to be mixing the beans in the stew. I'll show you how I do that in a bit. So I have my knorr chicken right in there, and I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm still cooking with that small amount of oil. Stew is all fried now. As you can see, the oil came through, and that's why it's important not to use a lot of oil. I focused on using the bell peppers. It makes it a little bit healthier, if you know what I mean. So, and this is the beans right here, so I'm going to be transferring these beans into here. Irrespective of where I do, it doesn't matter. So as you can see, the beans is all mushy, is all very well cooked, and as you can see, the fish that I used is right there. The fish, like I said, is also optional, so I'm going to be transferring these beans right here into this pot. Once I finish transferring it, let it simmer for about 5 minutes or less, because everything is cooked already. The beans is cooked and the stew or sauce is cooked already. So as you can see, the beans is all cooked now. It's quite a large volume. Some of it is going to go in the freezer. You can make it as thick as you want. So you can see it's also very red, if that's the right word to use. And that is the impact of the bell peppers. So focus on the peppers and the onions, and that will make it taste really delicious, and the smell is also amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and serve it. You can have it with plantain. I have plantain at home, but it's not ripe, but I'm going to be serving it, my family, with Nigerian bread. All right, so instead of baked beans, this one is the real deal. It's healthier, it's tastier, and there's no sugar in it. So ideally, this is how you serve it. You have your beans in a little bowl like that, and the bread on a separate plate. So it's all ready to go, and I'm going to dig in now. Sorry, I won't be sharing. So that's the final product of the Nigerian beans and bread. It smells good, it tastes good, and the whole family is going to be having that now. All right, have fun cooking yours, and I will speak to you soon, guys, on my next video. Do share, like, and subscribe, and God bless you. Bye.